Hey everyone, what's up? Joshua here from Alternative Brewing, and today we're here to check out the 1Zpresso K Plus grinder. Now, as an all-round grinder, this has been perfectly set up for espresso and filter brewing, and there are some very cool features to the K Plus that set it aside from the rest of the 1Zpresso range, starting with the burrs, the build, and some of the accessories. We're going to take a look at the lot, but right now I'm going to ask you to do 3 simple things for me, which is smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and then click the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our new videos each week. Let's jump in now though and check out the 1Zpresso K Plus hand grinder. Now, the feature that can't be missed on the K Plus is the grind adjustment mechanism. That exterior ring around the top of the grinder, there's literally nothing stopping you from changing that grind at any moment. I really do enjoy this straightforward approach to grind changing. It's right there, there's nothing more to do. I don't think you could make it any easier, and it's clear when you make an adjustment with those audible clicks. Thankfully, it's not super easy to do, so you can't accidentally change a setting whilst you're grinding with it. And the K Plus, as a stepped grinder, has a total of 160 grind settings available to it, and there's 90 to a full rotation of the dial, with 10 grind settings made between each number on the dial. That red dot makes it easy to track what setting you're on, and then by dialing the K Plus back to its finest point, you are also able to calibrate it so it reads 0. The impressive part to this 1Zpresso setup is that they offer a complete grind size setting tutorial, which is available for download, and I'll throw a link down below for that. Now, each of the 1Zpresso grinders is slightly different in its setup, and it's really interesting to learn things about each of the grinders. Like for every single grind adjustment on the K Plus, for example, it adjusts the width of the burrs by 0.022 of a millimeter. And it's this sort of precision with being able to adjust the grind in a minute fashion that allows you to chase down your ideal brew recipe by tweaking that grind ever so slightly more or less, not seen perhaps by the naked eye, but the difference in your extractions and the flavor of your brew can be day and night. And another solid display of design that meets great manufacturing, the K Plus uses 48mm stainless steel conical burrs. These are a unique design used only in the K range of 1Zpresso grinders, and compared to the burrs, say with the JX Pro for example, you can clearly see the difference in how the edge of the burrs run all the way up the bean crushing flare, and this assists in speeding the grinding process up and making easy work from this style of burr. Along with the burrs, the K Plus adopts using 3 ball bearings within the drive system, and that inner burr is rigidly attached to the drive shaft. So you get very smooth and reliable grinding action that promotes the consistent output of quality grinds. So the capacity to the K Plus is 40 grams of beans, and without too much worry for bounce out, it's easy to add them in the hopper up top. The grinds catcher, which will also hold 40 grams of beans, is modular and is one of the coolest features to the K Plus. It's made up of the grinds catcher ring that's magnetically attached to the body of the grinder, and it's really well attached, but with a simple twist, it pops off into your hand. From here, you can go ahead and add the base for a compact travel version of the K Plus, or if you're needing more grinding space, then add the additional spacer ring for a more traditional grinds catcher holding the full capacity of the grinder. And then there's the blind shaker attachment, which for any sort of careful dosing, especially handy into portafilters, it's mess-free and simple to use. Now, it swaps out the flat base of the catch cup, and there's also a gradient to the bottom of this, so it's a reliable fit to many sizes of filter baskets. All you need to do is simply grind your coffee like normal, then with the catch cup resting over your portafilter or the brewer, lift the stem of the shaker whilst twisting it. And along with not having to flip the portafilter over to dose, it also helps with the distribution of the coffee into your brewer. So to check out the performance of the K Plus, reviewing grind settings using the reference guide that 1Zpresso provides, starting out with Turkish coffee, which was surprisingly easy to grind out. The coffee is nice and powdery, it didn't take all that long to grind out. Not far behind this is espresso grind, and then you have your stovetop mocha pot. And at half a rotation of the grind dial, you have your AeroPress and Delta coffee press. At almost a full rotation is your pour overs like V60 and your Chemex, and then beyond a full rotation, you'll find the settings for French press and cold brewing. And the K Plus is equipped to be able to go super coarse, with this being the coarsest it will go. And it is surprisingly easy, having pretty much the full spectrum of grinds for coffee brewing on one rotation of the grind dial, and then still being able to be super precise with the adjustments in between. All right, so this is the segment where we just grind out some beans. I've got 20 grams of espresso beans here, and I've set the K Plus to a 3, which is a medium espresso grind. Let's do it. That's really easy. All done. Nice and quick. Nice and clean. So to take a look at the rest of the construction of the K Plus, dimensions wise, it's 18.5 centimeters tall and is 6.2 centimeters in diameter, though the area in which you hold is comfortably thinner at around 5.7 centimeters. The handle is 15 centimeters from the edge of the grinder and it weighs 800 grams. And I'd say this is a little bit more hefty of a grinder than other models, but certainly backs it up with its performance. And the main body of the grinder has a fabric cover to it. This itself isn't designed for anti-slip, but in conjunction with the 2 rubber rings that are included, does provide the needed resistance whilst it's in operation. And to top it all off, along with all the other accessories that the K Plus comes with, there is an EVA hard travel case with plenty of space to add some beans. Now to disassemble the grinder, all you need to do is adjust the burrs as coarse as they will go. And then by pressing up on the burrs and unscrewing the thumb nut found inside the hopper, it becomes easier to do. You'll then be able to slide out the drive shaft with the inner burrs connected. And from here, you can unscrew and remove the outer burr set. And this will help you get inside the body of the grinder for a good deep clean. There is a brush and blower included, and these are great tools for maintaining the K Plus, and then doing this often will help keep the grinder running smooth and performing at its best without issue for years to come. And that's the 1Zpresso K Plus hand grinder for you. An all-purpose grinder that's been set up to be competitive against the rest of the significant 1Zpresso range, as it has its own unique burr set, the external grind adjustment ring, which I can't go past, and the blinds catcher. There's something for everyone looking for that ultimate experience in grinding and brewing by hand. So if you have any questions on the 1Zpresso K Plus, throw them in the comments section down below and we'll get straight back to you. Thanks for watching to the end of this video, and we'll see you in the next one.